What's going on, everybody? If you haven't figured it out by now, the next Anno has been announced. Anno 117 Pax Romana. This was just announced a few moments ago at Ubisoft Forward 2024. Now, thanks to Ubisoft Minds, I have actually been sponsored and partnered up with them, and they have given me access to the reveal trailer early, so I am actually getting a chance to watch this before you guys are, to start making a couple of videos and everything and get these out to you all ASAP. Now, we don't know much. All I have is a 59-second trailer to watch. I have not watched this trailer yet, so I am grinning from ear to ear. So excited for this right now. When I opened up the key art and I saw that screen that you see behind you right there, I screamed so loud, my cats panicked. So with that, let's jump in here together. Let's watch the trailer for Anno 117 Pax Romana and talk about it.
By order of
Ooh,
the
live action.
Emperor, my fellow Romans, I bring forth tidings of hope across our glorious lands. For we stand on the threshold of a new age. Our streets shall be lined with abundance. Our fields shall yield bountiful harvests, and our coffers shall overflow with wealth. An era of prosperity dawns upon us, heralded by the arrival of a new governor.
You can take it from here.
Build it and they will come. That's it. That's all we get. I was hoping for at least a flyover or something. Oh, this is awful. Oh, I was so hoping for at least a flyover of some kind to give us just some even alpha footage of what it was going to look like. There's a couple things I did notice though, so let's talk about that. This is the first time we've actually had a live action trailer for an Anno game, so that's actually kind of cool. I really appreciated that we got a live action. I think that's really cool. The actor and stuff doing as the speaker and everything, I like him. He's got some good character to him and everything. I really like the little landscape. Maybe, hopefully this kind of gives us an idea of what the landscape is going to look like and everything in the game. Some nice rolling hills, mountains, very Mediterranean feel to it and everything. Now the box he's standing on is actually kind of interesting. CXV11. That actually does stand for 117. So he's standing on a box that says 117, which is the title of the new game. Now this next shot right here, after he's talking about, the streets being covered in wealth and, abundance of resources and everything. This is actually an interesting shot. It's swapped over from the rolling fields and the mountains to this swampy terrain. So this is making me think that we're going to have a couple of different biomes and everything. I'm seeing that Mediterranean biome, but I'm also seeing this swampy biome. So we may be getting multiple types of biomes and everything instead of, just the same temperate climate and everything in one region. Possibly having one region that has multiple types of environments in it. That would be kind of cool. The animals that we're seeing, I'm betting, are also indicative of the animals that we may have in the game and everything for resources. We've seen goats, we've seen some big old woolly sheep looking things, and now we have a cow and everything. So probably animals we will see in the game. His pack and stuff is also interesting. I can't quite make out what the pack, I see a bedroll. I'm not sure what else I see. I don't know if there's anything to it, but it's kind of, that was placed there for a very specific reason. So I'm interested as to what that is. Then, of course, the final shot is standing on the ocean and everything, and we can see that, I don't know if that's a trireme, a quinquereme, a bireme. I'm not sure what. We don't have a good enough shot of it yet, but we do see, a sailing ship coming in. So we do, of course, know that those sailing ships, part of the classic Anno formula, are still making their return and everything right there. And then his last thing is saying that we are the governor and we can take it from here. So we're not the emperor, we are a governor of this new region set to set up a Roman colony in the Pax Romana of AD 117. Now, besides the awesome trailer, we also have this key art that I was sent and everything. And there's probably a few things we can take away from this. First of all, we can see the Colosseum over here on the left-hand side. So, monuments making a return. Most likely, the Colosseum will be one. We can also see some large temples and stuff up here. Rome obviously was very well known for its absolutely massive, massive temples. Obviously, 117, the Pax Romana, this was like the height and some of the glory days of the empire and everything, when it spread through North Africa, Egypt, all into the Levant, up through the Caucasus and everything. It was a massive empire, obviously, at this time, all the way up through Europe. So there's a lot of cultures that Anno can draw from with this. This part of the world was absolutely just awash with so many cultures and everything. And obviously, a lot of them became Romanized during this time, but there were still a lot of cultures that were not Romanized. So we could see a plethora of smaller factions and everything. Remember back in the early games like 1602 and 1503, we had small... They were kind of like neutral traders like we have now, but they were small sub-factions and everything on the maps and everything. They didn't really expand or anything, but you could go to like their towns and cities on the islands, and you could build on those islands, but also interact with them and trade with them on land-based trade routes. So I think that would be really, really cool if something like that made an appearance again, and we had, you know, local cultures that you could interact with and stuff. That would be kind of neat. I'm also noticing something interesting here. We've got this side over here. On the left side, it's very bright. It's very white. It's very Roman feeling. Over here, it feels a little different. It's a lot more green and kind of darker. The buildings look a lot different for some reason. You know what I mean? They look a little different over here. I'm not sure what the difference is. Zoom in a little bit. You know, there's something right there. There's a building right there that's kind of, I don't know, almost looks overgrown or something. I don't know what these differences are. Maybe this is representing civilized society, and maybe this is, you know, places that are... I just don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? What do you think these opposing views on each side of the screen mean? Why is this side on the left really white and everything, and why is this side on the right, you know, a lot different? Or, you know, my hands are backwards right now, but you know what I mean. You know, it's a lot more dark and green and stuff, and the buildings look a lot different than they do over here. So it's a very interesting contrast right there. Then, of course, we can see right here this bireme going down the center with that lovely eagle with the two lightning bolts. This is actually kind of funny. That symbol right there really reminds me of Warhammer 40K and the original sign of the Emperor, the raptor and lightning. This is actually called a raptor, if you didn't know. A bird of prey like this, an eagle or something, is technically a raptor. So the raptor and thunderbolt symbols were the symbol of the Emperor in Warhammer 40K early on in the Unification Wars. That was his standard and everything. So it's actually kind of interesting. It's not a double-headed Aquila. It's just a raptor and lightning bolt with the laurel wreath behind it. So kind of an interesting little symbol right there that I just noticed. So there's so many questions on my mind. You know, how's the world going to look? What kind of cultures are there going to be? How are we going to start building up? Do we get to build Rome? Is Rome going to be a thing? So many questions, so few answers. I don't want to start speculating too awful much, even though I did a little bit with the possibility of cultures on different islands and everything. But I don't want to speculate too much. I don't want to get myself too worked up about this. I do want to sit in complete anticipation of future information, of new information coming to us very, very soon. And trust me, as soon as all that new information comes out, I will be making videos as quickly as I possibly can about that. So if you are interested in keeping up with all of this, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and hit that bell notification icon so you know when I upload new content for Anno 117. This is like a dream come true, having Anno set in the Roman era, and having a Roman version of Anno is going to be so cool. I cannot wait to see more about this. This is all we have at the moment, so we don't know what this game is going to look like, but I bet it's going to be so cool. Let me know your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. If you want to talk more about this, please join my Discord server and let's just sit there for the next year or however long it's going to be until this game comes out. My guess is Q4 of 2025. That would be my guess, is late 2025. So let's spend the next year and a half talking about Anno 117 Pax Romana. Be sure to subscribe and follow along on the channel here. Hit that bell notification icon to get all the updates for Anno 117 coming out as they come out to you guys. We're going to talk about them. We're going to dissect everything we can about this game until it releases. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Hope you are as excited as I currently am. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video for Anno 117.